Welcome back, I'm Streaky, and today I am reviewing the Apple AirPod Max headphones. Now, are these any good for mixing or mastering? Let's find out. So yes, it's an Apple product, so that we know it's going to be insane, obviously. It looks great. They've got all bases covered. This little pouch that it comes in with a really nice little magnetic strap there is perfect because it slots straight into your bag, so it makes it really easy to use. You haven't got clumpy headphones everywhere. So yeah, you're definitely, that's a brilliant gadget for them, because the problem with them is that I think they're going to get scratched to hell on the back here, because they're just a flat design, as you can see. So that's just asking to be scratched. So you definitely need to keep this handy so that you can keep putting it back in there all the time. That would be my only flaw for them, because they have a really solid build. They come out with this sort of metal stuff there. They're really strong. You can see they're not going to fall apart inside there. That's really sturdy. They look really good for build quality, really solid. The top bit is really comfortable. I mean, that might get ripped at some point, but it still kind of sits on your head perfectly. These ear pads, they're not made out of leather, so they're not going to sweat around your head. They've thought that out. Obviously, it's Apple. They've got a lot of money and a big team to do that. And the main thing that I like, which I like the sort of basic small stuff, but they've got an L and an R, because most of the times you're like, oh, which way? So that's a pretty quick way of getting used to doing it. But all the controls really are on the right hand side anyway, so it's kind of, you know where you're going, but you know, it's always good to have a little pointer. They've got two buttons on the top. This front button does the noise reduction, and it's insane. It's better than the Bose that I've tried before. Really good noise cancelling. I used them on an aeroplane, and literally I couldn't hear any of the aeroplane. It was totally quiet. So it was really good quality noise reduction. This is to change the track, or to sync it, or to turn the track up and down, or go to the next track. It's got quite a load of features on just a little small knob that presses and turns. But what we want to know, because we are mixing mastering engineers doing pro audio stuff, how do they sound? So yes, of course they've got the build quality sorted, because it's Apple, big team, loads of stuff. For pro audio though, which is what we're interested in, are these going to work? Because they are £500, which is roughly about $600. It's a lot of money to pay when you've got loads and loads of different headphones on the market. You know, are they going to step up to the mark? Well, first things first, that I find quite annoying is that they haven't given us any kind of cable action. They're Bluetooth only, so you can't put them through any of your headphone amps. You can't put them out of any of your D2As, which is kind of what we want in our world, so that we can really hear them against other stuff. I know there's software out there, but it's very difficult to be able to then Bluetooth straight to these all the time. You won't have any kind of headphone correction software, so that kind of limits them too. A lot of people like to use SonarWorks or other things, Can Open or whatever, to use on headphones, so that kind of limits them. So they are what they are really, is whether you want a set of headphones that you can just use as for all your sort of Apple stuff. They look cool, they're really comfortable, but you know, they are a little bit limited when it comes to, you know, being able to use them in your pro environment. But as a headphone, and speaking as a mastering engineer, I've listened to hundreds of headphones, obviously, as I review them. They do sound really good. They have got a good sound to them. They haven't sort of skimped on, you know, the sound compared to how they look. They've really thought this out. They've worked on them hard. I don't know if they've taken anything from Beats. They haven't taken any bass from Beats, because they're not as bassy as Beats. Can I say Beats anymore? I think so. They've got a really good overall sound. I can really hear the tops. The bass is nice and tight. And for the spatial audio, they work really well. You really get a load of depth of field and things moving around. So they work really well, exactly what they're supposed to do for Apple. Apple want to sell them for spatial audio. They just want to sell them because they want people in some solid headphones. And that's what these are. These aren't going to break anytime soon. You know, they're a really nice solid thing, 500 quid. You know, they're quite high end. I don't actually think I would get them for what we're doing, mixing and mastering, because I think there's other things on the market that are probably better than this. Yeah, I want them anyway because they look cool. I can listen to stuff on my phone with them when I'm out. and I've got a decent set of headphones then to listen to Tidal or something like that, so that I can hear really high quality music with a decent set of headphones. Look quite cool, and I know they're not going to break, and they'll slot straight into my bag. So I think they're great if that's what you want them for. For pro audio, I think you've got to look for some kind of specialist headphone like the Audeze or something like that, really. So yeah, that's my vote. If you like them, I'd love to hear what you think about them in the comments, so let me know. Don't forget to like this video, make sure you share it, and subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. But I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.